It's week 5 of the 20.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down. That's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Looking to throw. Tyler. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Pass knocked away by Javon Holland.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the...
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
2nd and 2. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 1. This one into the hands of Burton. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. The Bengals at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak.
That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field. And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do. It gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down. Back to throw now on first down. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run. And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught, and he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest. You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down? Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too. 2nd and 9 now. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down? I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. The slot man in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Operating from the gun. Tyler, that's out to the flat for Akers. The gain of 5, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Back to throw. Tyler. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays. And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Akers will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. 2nd and goal from the 1, as they've got it as we resume action. Akers again, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Cam Akers, his first rushing touchdown on the year, and the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Fighting to stay upright. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Tyler. And he will find his man Chase complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again here with Akers. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And that will be incomplete. Pass knocked away by Javon Holland.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Open that here is Benson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Open man is Higgins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This is a half of not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tyler. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So he's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2nd and 6. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tyler. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. And now they'll shift things around. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the left side, he's got McConkey. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now 2nd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 5. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive. Tyler. That one caught by all, the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
Looking deep here for Chase. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man,
it is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Dayon Henry. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chargers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. The tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now this one finds McConkey, and he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Irving. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Patterson's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Tyler. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. They're going to try and throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Tyler. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Deion Henley in there to bring him down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking deep here for Chase. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now back to throw. That's taken in by Higgins. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Oh, what a move. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Irving. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Tyler, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Bengals get a bit closer. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They're going option play on 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt a moment ago, but that's really the first of about 8 steps that need to go right for them to get back in this as they start here 1st and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point in the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Looking deep here for Chase. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Operating from the gun, Tyler. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one complete to McConkey. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. 2nd and 3. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that we're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early. And sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A run up the middle with Irving. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Tyler. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Here's a handoff to Irving. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They run out of the gun with Irving. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, they go with Irving. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Tyler, now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.